Hello everyone, welcome to my next part of my review of my Kotobukiya non-scale Type FF Takemikazuchi Takamura Yui Custom version DX. As in this video and in another video, we'll be covering the parts and weapons of this awesome kit and much more. But for some information background about Muv-Luv, in the Muv-Luv universe, all of our airplanes, fighter jets that we know today do not exist in the story of Muv-Luv Unlimited, Alternative, and Alternative Total Eclipse. As when the aliens known as the Beta invaded Earth, they had aliens that has lasers and, well, yeah, shot down all of our fighter planes and bombers. So which, in our world, the F-14, as you see here, I have, well, they don't exist anymore in the Muv-Luv storyline, as the F-14 is actually a giant, super cool robot with a bunch of guns and missiles. So that's the background. But in real life, generally, there's no such thing as the Type FF Takemikazuchi. This was made by the group who designed and written the story of Muv-Luv, which this certain tactical surface fighter became most popular with the fans and series, so which I'm really happy to review this. And now let's get on to the parts. Here are all the completed parts and weapons of the Kotobukiya non-scale Type FF Takemikazuchi Takamura Yui Custom Collection DX version. Here we have the legs of the Takemikazuchi. As you can see, you get the right and left legs. For detailing, I added some black panel lining on the black pieces here and on the yellow. As you can see, there's this thick black here around the purple diamonds. I had to paint that in myself, which was really difficult as these are just yellow, and I really like the detail I saw on the manual and in the box. So I painted these in about 3 coats of black paint. And there's some panel lining on the bottom of the feet and on the side of the back of the feet. But for movement, the 2 front toes of the feet here can move up and down. They can move up that far, move down that far, but they're both individual, so they can move on their own. But the back ones are stationary. As you can see, they can now move up and down. For there's a hinge here which can bend the legs, can help bend the leg side to side for the feet. It can go about, without knocking the leg over, it can go about that far that way to the right, that far to the left. For going back and forth, the leg can go about that far back without bending the knees. That's going back, but then to the front, it can go pretty far this way. As well, you can see it broke his foot. But really articulate in the legs, lower ankles here. For the knees, you get about a 90-degree bend. You have moving parts here in the knee parts, and you get moving parts here on the back of the knee. But for the Collection DX pieces, the purple you see here on the black piece is painted on for you. As you get the original kit, that purple will not be painted on for you. It will just be 2 black pieces as you assemble it. And for your upper thigh, there's no articulation, but there's a ball joint that will move up and down to connect with the waist. And also in the back here, you have the attachment point for the hinges for the jump units, as you see with the waist and jump units part. But here are the legs of the Type FF Takemikazuchi. Here we have the waist and the jump units. First we'll start off with the waist. For detailing, I did black panel lining on the midsection and the side skirts, and also black panel on these black ammo chains, as you can see here from the lighting. But this kit, for this waist actually, does not have any rear skirts or side skirts. Only 2 front skirts, which are individual moving ball joints, as you see here. For For the Collection DX version, the clear pieces you see here, these purple clear pieces, they painted the black for the outlining for these pieces from Kotobukiya. If you bought the normal kit, the Takemikazuchi, that's not the Collection DX, the black on here would not be painted out. It would be just one whole clear piece, and it would not look good. But this thing is really cool. And for the jump units, you get two of these. For panel lighting, I added black panel lighting for the yellow pieces and the black pieces, which are the thrusters here. For movement, you have a ball joint here which go 360 up and down and side to side. And for another moving piece on the jump units is this hinge that docks to the back of the leg here, which can pivot about that far this way, and then on the other way about that far. But most of your movement will be coming from this ball joint here on the jump units. And you get two of these on each leg. Here are the arms of the Type FFF. I have one arm here that's completed, and I have the other arm in 3 main components. But for the completed arm, this is what it will look like. As for the Collection DX painted parts, this thick black outlining of for the purple diamonds here are painted on from Kotobukiya. Not these thin ones, but the thick ones that's for the diamonds here. That's painted on for you on both sides, which is pretty detailed. Then for these hexagons, below them is on top you put a black piece, but then on the bottom of the hexagons and between them are black, if you can tell by the lighting, which is really different. That was painted on for you. And another painted part was the purple on this lower shoulder, as on the normal kit that will just be yellow, and on the normal kit for here, that thick black below the hexagons and between the diamonds will be yellow. But for articulation, well, you don't get any articulation in the shoulders because most of it will come from this joint, which I say these Muv-Luv kits have a really unique shoulder joint. As you can see, you get a big bend out of this area here, and not only there's a ball joint there, but there's a ball joint here for the shoulder and a ball joint here to connect to the main torso. And here is a poly cap to connect the lower arm, which is, this thing is really articulate. As you can see here, a ball joint goes up and down, and this poly cap can also move around as well, but it's difficult to without the arm connected. And for the arm, I did some black paneling on the arm there. For the bend, from the lower arm you get that much of a bend, and for the upper arm, that much. It's not 180, I would say around 150, 160 degree bend. And that's all for the articulation for the arm separately. But here it is all put together for the bend. Same 150. And for bend, as you can see here with the articulate moving joint, this is how much this thing can pop further down. And for the poly cap to move the arm inside, which is really articulate. But you can reposition this back up, and you can position this up and down like this, but if I do it too much, it will pop off, which I had this happen about 5 times already during assembly when I tried to get this in for the past 20 minutes. But all in all, the arms here are pretty good and really articulate. Next we have the torso and the head. First start with the torso. As you can see here, for detailing I added some black panel lining here on the front and some on the back on the sides here. That's pretty much it for articulation. There's no articulating except for here in the neck piece here for the head, and that's pretty much it basically for the torso. There's no actual movement, but there are connection points for the waist and arms to connect through, which will be more articulate with them later on. And there are attachments for the mount pylons for the melee hardbread and the assault cannon is attached into. But as you can see, this is the torso. Next here is the head, and I have to say the head is like one of the most detailed pieces of the kit. On all Takemikazuchi kits, the head crest here, the detailing, the purple here. Some others would be purple or yellow or red. They're painted on for you automatically on all kits, so it's not a exclusive thing to the Collection DX version. I added a lot of black panel lining on here, as you can see. Here on mostly on the face guard as well, and on the sides. And this thing came out pretty cool. And there's the connection point to attach into the neck joint on the torso. And I have to say, this head is really detailed, and looking forward to the results of the how the kit will look. And here, these are the head and the torso.